Today on Maker and Fixer of Things, we'll be making limoncello. Making limoncello is actually very easy. The ingredients are the zest of 3 lemons, 400 milliliters of mid-shelf vodka, a cup of sugar, and a cup of water. So here I'm zesting the lemons. I'm getting as much of the zest off as I can because you want to preserve as much of the flavor from the lemon skins as you can. We'll set aside the zest and the lemons and move on to the next step. The next step being adding 400 milliliters of vodka to, I use an Erlenmeyer flask. You can use a mason jar, a large glass of some sort, or a pitcher. Anything will work. I just happen to have Erlenmeyer flasks around. We then proceed to add the lemon zest to the flask and get it all stuffed in there so that we can extract the oils from the lemon zest. If you've got a good clean working surface, you can scoop up anything you've dropped and stuff it in the jar with the vodka. If you don't, just clean it up and throw it away. It's not losing that much is not really that big of a deal. Then I cover it with plastic wrap to seal in the alcohol so none evaporates. Give it a good shake and set it aside for 24 hours.
The next day.
So here we make the simple syrup. We add 1 cup of water and 1 cup of sugar to a small pot. Place it on high heat, stirring occasionally until it's pretty clear. It doesn't have to be perfectly clear, but you do want to make sure you stir it well so that you dissolve all the sugar. So this is what it should look like when it's done. It's a little cloudy, but all of the sugar is dissolved. While that's cooling, we're going to go ahead and filter the lemon liquor. Here you see me using a coffee filter, but recently I've been using cheesecloth to keep some more of the dissolved particles and the actual oils in the mix. The coffee filter does a very efficient job of filtering out all of that. It doesn't change the flavor, but I kind of like the appearance a little bit more with the oil and the dissolved particles floating in it. So it does take quite a while to do this. So be patient and just let it filter. So now we'll check the temperature. It's a little warm still. I'd like to get it down below 90, 80 is even better, degrees before adding it. So now we've drained off just about all of the lemon liquor, and I'm going to drain the last of it into a separate glass that I'll add back to the bottle. And now I'm adding a funnel to pour in the simple syrup. So we'll add the simple syrup slowly to make sure we don't overflow the bottle, though sometimes it's unavoidable when you're trying to get those last drops in, and that's when you realize you made just a little bit too much. Whoops! There we go. I'm going to pour off the stuff in the top there so that there's some airspace in the neck so I can get the pourer in. I'll drink that later. Pourer goes in and give it a bit of a shake to mix in the simple syrup, and you are done. Now I'm going to make my signature summer drink. It's the reason I make the limoncello. It's a vodka and tonic. So adding 2 ounces of vodka, 1 ounce of limoncello, and about a half an ounce of fresh squeezed lemon. Then, over ice, I'll pour some tonic and my drink mix and taste it. Cheers!